Perup, are you getting tired of being capped on your internet? Well, not anymore. Wave Direct has no data caps, and with great local customer service, why go anywhere else? 30-day trials are available. Call 775-253-3887.
News 46 is brought to you by Comfort Hospice Care, where we give our patients and their loved ones peace of mind, knowing we provide the highest quality of care 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, call 751-0349. News is also brought to you by Inspiration Senior Living, where we provide affordable elegance to Pahrump area seniors. Give us a call at 751-2300 and make an appointment to tour our community. News is also brought to you by Sharon Worley for Nye County Sheriff. The tools, credentials, desire, and ability to improve Nye County. Vote Sharon Worley for Nye County Sheriff.
Tonight on News 46, 2 officers and 1 civilian is murdered in Las Vegas. A riot occurs at White Glove Ranch. And meet Miss Senior Golden Years, USA's Queen. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell and Jason Koblenz. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Monday, June 9th, 2014. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. 2 officers and 1 innocent civilian died yesterday in Las Vegas at the hands of a militant couple who cowardly took their own lives in what is being called a suicide pact. The married Las Vegas couple, Gerald and Amanda Miller, commented on being oppressed by law enforcement and that this horrific act was the beginning of a revolution before killing 2 Metro police officers having lunch inside a Cece's Pizza on Nellis Boulevard. The shooters placed a "Don't Tread on Me" flag and a Nazi swastika on one of the police officers they ambushed. They pinned onto the other officer's body a note saying something to the effect that this is the beginning of a revolution. The 2 reportedly took the guns and ammo from the officers and went across the street to Walmart, where they killed a civilian identified as 31-year-old Las Vegas resident Joseph Robert Wilcox. Sheriff Gillespie said that Wilcox was heroically attempting to stop the attackers and allegedly shot one of them when they killed him. Amanda Miller shot her husband, Jared, repeatedly as officers closed in on them inside the Walmart, then shot herself in the head. The deceased officers have been identified as 31-year-old Igor Soldo and Alan Beck, who is 41 years old. Both officers leave behind wives and children. Nye County Sheriff's deputies successfully avoided a potentially serious situation on Saturday here in Pahrump at White Glove Ranch when hundreds of people got involved in a drunken riot.
Nye County Sheriff's deputies and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue were dispatched to the area of Basin Avenue and Warren Street on Saturday afternoon for an apparent riot at White Glove Ranch. This location has rodeos as well as horse racing. Upon arrival, they found several individuals who claimed injuries, as well as several hundred that they said were possibly intoxicated and were in a fight. The SWAT team was also called on scene from Nye County Sheriff's deputies, as well as a special transport vehicle and additional handcuffs. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue staged while Nye County Sheriff's deputies were able to get the crowd under control. They also brought less than lethal weapons in case the riot continued. White Glove Ranch also has its own private security on scene who were unable to control the scene at the time. 4 people were evaluated by medics and 12 people were taken into custody as a result of this incident. Several officers received minor scrapes and bruises as a result of trying to get the crowd under control. According to Assistant Sheriff Rick Marshall, several officers were called in who were off duty to help with the scene management. Nye County Sheriff's deputies and the security at White Glove Ranch worked hand in hand to keep this crowd under control. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
More local news, including your Desert View Hospital health tip when we return.
I'm Norma Jean with Realty Executives in Action. Do you have any real estate plans for 2014? Why not put your plans in the hands of an executive? It costs no more to have the very best. Put our experience to work for you.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Integrity Taxi. Reliable, safe, and fun. Call Integrity Taxi at 751-1111.
Welcome back to News 46. People who develop fibromyalgia may complain of fatigue, memory problems, and disturbances with sleep and mood. Fibromyalgia is often hard to diagnose and treat because there is not a single cause and also no outward signs of the condition. More than 50 years of medical studies suggest that there are now more effective ways of diagnosing and treating fibromyalgia.
This health tip is brought to you by
Desert View Hospital and Mountain Valley Physicians Group. Don't put your health on hold. We have time for you. Call us to schedule your appointment. 775-751-7100.
You can't outwardly see that there's anything wrong with someone with fibromyalgia. They've often gone 10, 15, 20 years going to different doctors with pain in different areas of their body.
Fibromyalgia patients are more likely to feel that pain throughout the musculoskeletal areas, but can also have headaches or pain in the jaw, abdomen, and bladder. Dr. Daniel Claw from the University of Michigan examined the medical literature on fibromyalgia over the last 50 years. He says this condition is related to disturbances in how the brain processes pain and other sensory information.
It's a fundamentally different type of pain that's coming more from the brain and spinal cord than it is coming from the area of the body where someone's experiencing the pain. We really need to use quite different treatments than we use for pain that is coming from a problem in your knee or a problem in your elbow.
Dr. Claw says many patients are also treated with narcotics and opioids to control this pain.
These drugs have never been shown to be effective in fibromyalgia, and there's some evidence now that these drugs might actually be making people with conditions like fibromyalgia worse.
What is proving to be effective? Education. About half the risk of developing fibromyalgia is related to family history and physical and psychological stress. Symptoms often start in children and young adults and can also affect men. Treatments include behavioral therapy and exercise like yoga and Tai Chi. Also, in the last 20 years, 3 specific medications have been approved to treat fibromyalgia.
The majority of patients with fibromyalgia can get quite a bit of improvement in their symptoms and lead a very normal life if you use the right drugs and if you are aggressive about using a lot of these other non-drug therapies.
Catherine Dolph, The JAMA Report.
Fibromyalgia is the second most common rheumatic disease behind osteoarthritis and affects between 2 and 8% of the population. The Nevada Department of Transportation will implement daily lane restrictions on Highway 160 Tuesday, which is tomorrow through Thursday, to repair cracks in the road starting at 7 a.m. each day and ending at 2:30 p.m. each day. The southbound number 2 lane will be closed from milepost 22 to 25 in Clark County. Please use caution and heed the traffic control devices, which are signs, cones, and a cushion truck at 1 mile intervals, and expect delays in the area. NDOT will also implement traffic restrictions on State Route Highway 160 from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Wednesday, June 11th for a stormwater maintenance and concrete repair project. The right lane on northbound Highway 160 will be closed during that time from the intersection of Highway 372 at Crawford Way and 500 feet north of Highway 372. News 46 caught up with Assemblyman James Oscarson and County Commissioner Dan Chinhoffen in a special challenge to raise funds for a Hafen Elementary School student named Mikey who is battling leukemia.
We're having a pie cream in your face event, and we were calling out all of the teachers and community partners out here and everyone just here to come support. And Mr. Weaver was out here. He's Mikey's principal. And it's $1 for kids to participate and throw a pie in your face, and it's $5 for adults to participate. And then we're having a bowl-a-thon from 2 to 10, and all the proceeds from the bowl-a-thon go to Mikey for his medical needs for his leukemia.
So Hafen has really come together to help this wonderful child and his family as well.
Absolutely. Hafen and actually the entire community has come together to help this amazing family. So it's really been a positive spin on what a small town can do when they come together when somebody is wanting support and love.
We even had Assemblyman James Oscarson and County Commissioner Dan Chinhoffen over there doing a water. What is that thing that they were doing with the water?
So the Ice Bucket Challenge has gone viral on Facebook, and what the community and what everyone is asking is that they participate in this challenge and donate a minimum of $10, and if they don't accept the challenge, donate $100 to Mikey Welch, and then call out at least 3 people to participate. And what Dan and James has done is called out their fellow leaders in the community to keep participating and just bring it around the entire community so that others can see that this town really is just a close-knit, loving community.
So I'm just trying to prepare for this ice cold bath. And I'd also like to encourage all the candidates before Tuesday to come out and support this very worthwhile cause. I think there may be some of the candidates here with us today that may be willing to accept that challenge, but that's the second challenge I'm doing since I'm doing it twice. And since Mr. Norton and Chief Lewis and Mr. Adams, I won't make you guys do it twice like I am, but let's go!
Ow! Ready?
Ready?
Oh!
Not a sound!
Yeah, we're here for Mikey. This is a challenge. I don't know the amounts, but it's I'm going to give $100, and I'm going to get dunked. So we're going to challenge Brian Kunze and Butch Boraski. And this is for a good cause for Mikey and his family. So you guys, you got till Tuesday. Get on it. Nothing to it. Watch.
Ready? Oh my gosh!
Refreshing, guys. Come on out.
And good job, guys. I do have to say that I did send Fire Chief Scott Lewis and the CEO of Desert View Hospital, Kelly Adams, and the Nye County School District Superintendent Dale Norton an email today telling them that Assemblyman James Oscarson has called them out for that challenge, and he expects an answer within the next 48 hours. So we'll see if we get some footage of them doing that ice bucket challenge there for Mikey. And of course, if you would like to help Mikey out, you can contact us here at KPVM TV at 727-9400, or you can contact Hafen Elementary School to donate to Mikey's fund. We'll be back with more news right after this break.
Pahrump Early Learning Academy, our goal is to provide a complete nurturing environment for the growth and development of the whole child, socially, emotionally, physically, and intellectually. Children are natural explorers and need hands-on experiences to help stimulate their own imaginations. We strive to meet the needs of each individual child at their developmental level through planned activities, plus help each child attain a higher level of achievement. Call 751-5335 for more information.
Today's news is brought to you in part by Dr. George Leeks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full-spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
It was a packed house this past Saturday at the Saddle West for this year's Miss Senior Golden Years USA pageant.
It's been one of these contestants, I can't tell you enough about it. They have just been so easy. It's been a wonderful, wonderful time. And I love it. I would not have wanted to be a judge because up until the moment they called, I had no idea. And I usually can get an inkling, but not this time. Because they duly all deserve it. These girls have worked so very, very hard. And very, very enthusiastic crowd. Girls, they're wonderful, really.
So, a little bit about what Sandy's going to be going through this next year.
Oh, Sandy, well, they're going to go up to Carson City, for one thing, for the Nevada Days, and they'll be represented up there. And I think that the court will be going with them. And so we're excited. So we'll be back in Carson City on Nevada Days, and Sandy will be doing, I forget what her platform was, But
she's going to be getting some underwear sock drive for the homeless.
Yeah, and I think it's wonderful. Anything for the veterans is for the veterans. And the girls do follow through 100%. What they say, they follow through. And it's wonderful.
Well, I was very surprised and very honored. Very.
What was it like when they read your name off there?
Well, at first I didn't hear it. But it was a surprise. But like I said, it's a great honor because everybody here was deserving, and it could have gone any way. So.
You also won for Evening Gown?
No, I won for the platform.
And what is your platform?
My platform is to have a clothing, it's actually an underwear drive for the homeless veterans. And I want to, collect underwear, new packages of underwear, T-shirts, and socks, because that's something that people just won't buy for themselves if they're having difficulties, with money, if they don't have a home. So I just thought that would be something different that we could do.
And so you're going to probably get on that soon enough. We'll keep everybody posted on to how to donate for that. Linda, tell me a little bit about how the pageant was for you.
Oh, it was amazing. The women are just best sisters, going to be best friends for life, I'm sure. We've been through a lot since February of this year. And the opportunity to work so close with BJ, with the Queen's Court, the ladies are all so amazing. And this honor that I'll be there for Sandy in the event she needs someone to step in. Love dancing with her with silver tappers, and I should be a beautiful queen to represent us through 2014 and 2015.
It's a great show, and congratulations once again to Sandy. Senator Harry Reid sold his 110-acre home in Searchlight, Nevada to Nevada Milling and Mining Company for $1.7 million. The deal closed on Friday. Reid was born in the dusty town 60 miles south of Las Vegas, where his father worked in the mines. The Reids were approached by Nevada Milling and Mining last year about selling their property and 8 mining claims, which includes water rights. The senator says the expanded mine will create about 60 jobs. They also sold 2 other mining claims in Searchlight to American Capital Energy. Reid says he and his wife Landra will purchase a home in Las Vegas to be closer to their children and grandchildren. Well, as you may know, tomorrow is the primary election. Get out there and vote. Today, we're going to introduce you to a candidate named Bob Beers, who's campaigning for Senate.
I'm a current Las Vegas City Councilman, but we've been empty nested now for 5 months. We've got our baby up at UNR, and so my wife and I and her parents and my dad and our kids have decided I'm going to run for United States Senate in 2016.
So how's the campaign going?
It's about 4 weeks old. We've been on the Lincoln Day tours throughout rural Nevada and Washoe County as well, and western Nevada, and all the way out to Elko and Ely. And I have to say the reception's been pretty good. And I ran for governor in 2006, came in second in a 5-way primary, lost to the governor. But I made apparently a lot of friends during those days, because I've had a lot of people come up to me and say that they were fans then and they're ready to go now. And the big challenge here is to make sure that we don't let Harry Reid win our primary again.
How has your position on the city council been to teach you a little bit more, or helped influence you to take this next step?
It's interesting. A lot of people think of the government as one entity, but it's actually about 200 silos, each populated with the smartest guys in town. And so when you serve in the state legislature, which I did for 10 years, you're very focused on a set of issues that belong to state government. And now I've had 2 years in local government in Clark County, and you learn a whole bunch of new things that you didn't even think about in the state legislature. I think all of it's very good preparation to go back to Washington and represent us, but in a common sense sort of way. What Washington is doing now is simply not sustainable. You just can't continue to borrow to pay for your groceries and your payroll at your 7-Eleven. Every client, I'm a CPA, every client I've ever had that borrowed to make their groceries was closed in 6 months.
And being a certified public accountant would help you in this position.
Well, I know my way around a financial statement, and I'm fairly capable of detecting, shall we say, financial horse pucky. Is that what they deal us out in Washington? I think so. And so, yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple stuff. Most people get it. Look, the only reason you borrow, the only reason I borrow is to buy a big fixed asset that we penciled out is easier for us to buy and maintain for 20 years than it is to rent. The stuff going on in Washington is simply nonsensical, just way too much self-interested. Politicians back there like it because they get to hand out checks back home, and that's great, but it's not sustainable.
Here's Noah Beacon with today's Angie's report on how monitoring your driving can lower your insurance cost.
Would you let your insurance company track your driving for a discount? More than 1 million drivers across the country are already taking part in pay-as-you-drive or usage-based insurance coverage from large providers such as Allstate, Progressive, and State Farm. How it works in today's Angie's report.
Technology is coming to every part of our life, and auto insurance is no different. If you have a safe driving record and you have good driving habits, you might consider an insurance company that gives discounts when they monitor your driving behavior through a tracking system.
Hoping to save money, Lindy Cook enrolled a program offered by her auto insurance company.
I was a little leery when the program was first introduced to me, but after researching it and they sent us the DriveWise install in the mail, I realized that they don't do GPS tracking or anything like that. It literally just tracks what time of day you're driving, how fast you're accelerating, and your brake speed.
Insurance experts say the majority of drivers enrolled save money by releasing information such as mileage, when they drive, how fast, and how hard they apply the brakes.
I didn't get a very good grade in braking, so I'm trying to be more aware of that now.
Some companies track data through a small device that plugs into a port under the car's dashboard, while others log basic driving statistics using programs such as OnStar.
It's perfect for a young driver. If you have a young driver, a teen driver, you want them to see how they're driving, what their driving history is, what their habits are. That's a great way for a teen to look at their driving habits and correct those.
Some drivers, however, feel the technology infringes too much on privacy and do not want insurance companies knowing everything about their driving habits. Angie's List advises consumers to understand what information the company is tracking and how it will be used before enrolling.
It does not penalize you for your driving history. It will only reward you those safe drivers that are driving safely. Right now, the average savings for a safe driver is 10%.
There are other ways you can save on your car insurance. Talk to your agent. Many providers offer discounts for a safe driving record, low mileage, and bundling insurance plans. I'm Noah Beacon for News 46.
Thanks, Noah. When we come back from this break, we'll have your first business brief and your weather.
This is the first business brief for Monday, June 9th. I'm Angela Miles. The jobs are back. 8.7 million jobs were lost in the financial crisis. On Friday, the government's data showed 217,000 people were hired in May. 113,000 was the break even to return to the pre-crisis level. Almost 1 million jobs have been added since the Affordable Care Act was signed in 2010. New Jersey could be taking a U-turn on sales of Teslas. An assembly panel is advancing a bill allowing Tesla to resume direct sales in the state. The electric car company was shut out of New Jersey about 6 weeks ago. The measure still needs approval of the full legislature. And it's the end of an era for a legendary publication. The final print issue of Jet magazine hits newsstands today. At the end of the month, it will switch to a digital-only format. Jet has been around since 1951. That's the first business brief. I'm Angela Miles.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Monday, June 9th. Today we had sunny skies with a high of 103 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 97 degrees. Winds are coming from the south-southwest today at 8 miles per hour with gusts up to 16 miles per hour. The UV index today was 10, which is very high. Humidity was at 13%. Sunrise is at 5:26 this morning, and the record high in 1985 was 111 degrees. Tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 74 degrees. Your average temperature at this time of year is 73 degrees. Winds are coming from the south at 6 miles per hour with gusts up to 12 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 20%. Sunset will be at 8 p.m. And the record low in 1950 was 50 degrees. Tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 103 degrees and a low of 69 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south-southwest at 11 miles per hour with gusts up to 22 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 20%. Sunrise will be at 5:26 a.m. and the UV index will be 10, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, looks like we're going to have some nice sunny skies. Your high temperatures will be ranging from the high 90s to the low 100s, and your low temperatures will be ranging from the mid 60s to the low 70s.
Thanks so much, Noah. Well, it looks like it's cooling down just a little bit. It was crazy hot this weekend, but I'm still loving those overnight lows. They're still keeping down a little bit for right now. So that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. From everyone up here at KPVM TV, have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.